friends, welcome to Beautifully Bookish Bethany. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing a gritty adult sci-fantasy debut novel that is perfect for fans of Red Rising. Stay tuned. So I had an e-arc of this book. I recently read it and absolutely loved it, and I desperately want it to get out to the right audience because unfortunately, I think a lot of the people picking it up and reviewing it are not the target audience for this book, and that's why I am not going to show you the cover of this book until farther into the video because I think it will give you the wrong idea about what this. Sadly, I don't think this cover is doing the book any favors in terms of marketing it to the people who will actually enjoy it. So if you are a fan of Red Rising, if the idea of gritty sci-fantasy that draws somewhat on Roman influences, has lots of twists and turns, lots of violence, lots of action, sounds appealing to you, you definitely need to check this book out. The Blood Trials is the start of a duology that is sci-fi with some heavy fantastical elements. There is magic in this world. It follows a young woman in her early 20s who enters a brutal military training academy with the goal of becoming one of the elite Praetorian warriors. And while there, figure out who assassinated her grandfather, who was the former head of the military. Now, this would already be dangerous because only a fraction of their incoming class will survive the entire training process. But add to that the fact that she is a minority, one of only a few women in the military training academy, and so lots of people want her dead. Not to mention, she's hiding a big secret that would get her instantly executed. She has blood magic, which is highly feared because the great enemy of the Empire, the Blood Emperor, has this same magical ability, and she has been hiding it her entire life. This book is fast-paced, it is action-packed, it has lots of twists and turns, it has a lot of very gritty violence, and an ending that is intense and changes everything. I absolutely loved this book and was completely riveted throughout. My only real criticism is that I would have liked a little bit more world building in terms of fleshing out things like the structure of society, the theology behind the different religious practices, how the magic system works. Some of that I think we'll get in a future book, and the fact that this was so plot heavy and had so many twists and turns is probably part of what prevented more of that from taking place, but I would have liked to see a little bit more depth to the world building. That said, this is still one of my favorite books that I've read so far this year, and I think a lot of people are gonna love it. I cannot wait for book 2 to come out and see where this is gonna go, and if this sounds up your alley, you can go grab yourself a copy today. This book is out April 5th, 2022 from Harper Voyager. Here is the cover. Like I said, unfortunately, I just don't think this cover is doing the book a lot of favors. I've heard a lot of people assume that this book is YA based on the cover. It is not remotely YA. A lot of people also seem to be going into it expecting something a little more lighthearted and fun instead of this more dark, gritty, violent novel, which is what it actually is. So in this case, I think the cover just really isn't doing a great job of reflecting what this book is, which is a shame. And also I'm hearing people think that it's indie published based on the cover. It's not. It is traditionally published, coming out through Harper Voyager, and I really want this book to find the right audience because I think it's an incredible debut. If this is your kind of thing, you're really going to enjoy it. Also worth noting is the fact that racism is a major theme throughout this book, and personally, I think that's cool to see. I think this is not the kind of character that we often get centered in books like this, and one of the main things that the author is unpacking is the experiences that the main character has as a woman and as a minority, and how those intersectionalities affect her experiences, the way that she's treated by different people, and the things she has to deal with on an everyday basis. I think it's done excellently. I hope you will go and check it out, give it a chance. One of my favorite books I've read this year, and I wanted to highlight it a little bit more than I normally do. I will be talking about this in my end of month wrap up along with other books, but this was just so good, and I don't see it getting the attention that it really deserves. This really should be one of Harper Voyager's lead titles for this year. I think it has the potential in the story to do some real numbers for them, but I'm not seeing it pushed, and you know, the cover isn't necessarily helping. So go check it out, read it, review it, talk about it. Let's get people reading it. It's an incredible book. Talk to me in the comments down below. Let me know your thoughts or feelings on anything I talked about in this video, and I would love to hear from you. Have you read this? Are you planning on reading this? Was this on your radar? Did you think it was something other than what it was? I'd be interested to hear from you in the comments down below. If you guys like this video, it does help if you give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time.